back with another recording, so here's how we're going to start it. Yesterday I thought about a lot of stuff, and these are the topics that I want to talk about. First of all, over the last few weeks, I've been looking up stories about how streamers ended their life or how their lives ended because of strain of streaming or just ended their own life because they didn't have enough. These are the people that I want to talk to directly. Whether you're a big streamer or a small streamer, doesn't matter which. You guys have no clue how good you have it. You literally don't. And what I find funny about the whole thing is that why do people always feel sympathy for those who had it all? And I know this is going to be a hot take for most of you people, and I know it's going to be hard for you to apprehend it or even remotely wrap your head around it. Most of you people don't even realize how good you have it. You get to get up every day, do whatever it is that you need to do before you stream, or do a recording to post up on your YouTube, X, whatever platform it is that you want to use, and you guys get paid to do it. And people are like, well, we get worn out from doing these things. First of all, you guys wouldn't be getting worn out if you were streaming for over 4 to 5 or 6 hours to 12 hours or 24 hours a day. Second of all, most of you, and the funny thing is, I wrote this down in my journal yesterday, you guys get paid thousands of dollars every day through sponsorships. You get donations through super chats, and if you guys make a Patreon or a GoFundMe page, you get thousands of dollars from people who genuinely think that you're doing a good thing when most of you are just robbing them blind for their money. No, seriously, like all you ever do is literally rob your fans blind of their money. And don't just think this isn't about the YouTube streamers or the Twitch streamers or Kick streamers. This is about the streaming community as a whole, including the fans, because fans are not getting off the hook that easily. What do you guys do when a streamer becomes famous or becomes popular? What do you guys do? What do you guys do when you guys literally become popular and famous? Or let's say if your favorite streamer went to bigger heights. You either call them a Nazi, a bigot, a pedophile, whatever made up words you guys want to accuse them of being, and try to sabotage their livelihood and their reputation. When you should be asking yourself, who made them famous in the first place? You guys did. And yet, most of you guys who think that care about them, or the streamers think, or you think the streamers care about you, they don't. They don't. And the thing of it is, what I find funny about the whole situation is you guys ruin it for yourselves. And you don't realize how good you have it. Because once it's all over, you either tell your fan base, I'll see you all around soon, or I screwed up and I'm so sorry. That's what you guys end up doing. When you know your career is screwed, you try to get into damage control, and what happens is, yeah, once the damage is done, you either find something else to do, or you turn into a low cow and people make you the butt end of the joke. And that's something that I think about all the time. You people, when Twitch lost most of its sponsorships or lost most of its sponsors, most of you that were making $10,000 a day went from that to making $2,000 a day. And it's like, and you complained about it. You know how much I would love to make $2,000 a day just by sitting at home and making content? That would be a dream for most of America, and those of you that are in that situation take it for granted or complain about it. And like I say to people who put their eggs in one basket thinking that it's going to work out for them, it's not. Because if you put your eggs in one basket, you end up screwing yourself. You end up screwing yourself. And what I find hilariously funny about all of it is that most of you people say that, you know, you care about the streamers that you love, but the reality is most of you only follow the streamers that you follow. It's because they're trending. And once they reach your algorithm, look what happens. You end up watching them instead of looking for people to watch. The thing of it is, you're the ones who pick and choose who gets to be famous and who gets the benefits and who gets to be popular. And the people that you idolize, the only thing they care about is your donations and purchasing their merch. And even when you show up to stream events or like cons for streamers, they only care if you buy their autographs or buy their merch or buy a lifetime supply of their garbage. Because the limelight takes a lot of responsibility. And when the responsibility gets too much to bear, what do you guys do? You lose sight of what's important. But like I said, when you people meet your downfall, you make a video. If a fellow streamer or a YouTuber dies, or a streamer dies, and you're like, bro, I can't believe this is happening. Stuff like that happens every day because you guys let whatever you do control every aspect of your life. And again, most of you guys say, oh, but these were genuine people and they wouldn't hurt anybody. But they don't care about you at all unless you're a streamer like them. Because even small streamers who used to be big time, they used to rub elbows with some of the top entertainers, and they'll tell you straight up that they only use you for their benefit. Yeah, because when you reach a certain point in your career, popular streamers come out of the woodworks and say, hey, I want to run a collab with you and do this with you and all that other good stuff. No, you don't. You just want to ride the goat tails of people that are trending. The fact of the matter is, most people got to realize that nothing lasts forever. You know, and before I made this recording, I literally watched videos of documentaries of like Burger Planet, Etika, you know, people that used to be alive or used to be popular, and they all end up the same way. They either get consumed by other people's criticism, or they were so mentally ill that they didn't bother to get the help that they needed at the time. Think about it. Really think about that for a second. You think about streamers like Kai Cenat, Dr. Disrespect, Queso, and all these trending, quote unquote, trending streamers. These people don't care that you exist as a person. They only think of you as a number. That's it. That's all they think about you is as a number. They only think of you as a number. And the fact of the matter is, like I told everybody, even in the political spectrum, even politicians don't care about the people that voted for them. Neither does the GOP, the Democrats, the DOJ, Independent Party, or the Liberal Party, or the Green Party. And then you get YouTubers that talk about politics that say we need a different approach, we need more options. It doesn't matter how many options you have, they're all the same. It's the same thing with Twitch, Kick, YouTube, Rumble, TikTok, Facebook Live, you name it. all the platforms that entertainers use, they're all the same. The only reason why they use different platforms is to branch out to different audiences and to branch out their content to other people who use other platforms. That's all it is. Social networking. But you really don't need social networking. All you need is the know about how to use hashtags or at symbols. Because if you do like hashtag this and hashtag that, you can reach different people at different sites or different platforms. But that's a whole different video for a different topic. But back to what I was saying before. When you get famous people who literally trend, what happens when they become a part of the algorithm? They become bigger than the algorithm itself. And when that happens, like I said, if they become as big as PewDiePie or streamers like Queso, yeah, the audience that once loved them, they end up assuming them as the worst type of people that they can think of when they know they're not that person. Just like PewDiePie. He's not a Nazi. He's not a fascist or a racist like the far-leaning left claims people to be when they all of a sudden start hating the person that they once loved. But you see where I'm getting at, is that most people, they need to realize, again, as a person, they don't care about you. As a fan, maybe, but as a person, they don't care about your personal life. Because if the streamers or the content creators that you watch cared about your personal life, then they would be making content about you instead of themselves. And it's just the truth. It's the truth. And like I told everybody before, the people that you watch are mostly clout chasers. That's what they are. They're mostly clout chasers. And think about the VTubers. Why do you think VTubers are becoming popular these days, including ASMR content creators? Because they focus on what they're good at and they don't try new things. They focus on their niche and they focus on what they're good at. And if they're good at something, they stick with it. And if every streamer and every content creator did that, they would be as popular as daytime television or primetime television. But again, that's just like with ESPN teaming up with Fox Sports 1. Why do you think ESPN and Fox Sports 1 are teaming up? It's because ESPN is losing viewership because of politics. If they would just focus on sports rather than geopolitics and racial issues and stuff like that, then yeah, if they all focused on sports like they're supposed to, then most of their viewership would come back. And that's the point. The point is that the only reason why most streamers are becoming more popular than television stations these days, it's because most entertainers are either entertaining in their own way or they found something that people can relate to. But the fact of the matter is, me, I don't stream for money. If I did, I would have became an affiliate for Twitch, and I met the credentials to become affiliated with Twitch. I just haven't punched in my ticket. And the only reason why I haven't, it's because I don't want to think of YouTube and Twitch as a business aspect. I want to think of YouTube and Twitch as a hobby for something that I can enjoy after a hard day's work and have something to look forward to. And that's just why most people have lost their interest in doing things that they want to do. The thing of it is, when you become famous and you fly too close to the sun, eventually you're going to get burned. Yeah, eventually you're going to get burned. And the thing of it is, like I told everybody online, if you make videos on a consistent basis, then don't go around blaming other people as to why you're not reaching bigger heights. The fact of the matter is, you should be grateful for what you got. And what I'm about to tell you is pure and simple. You don't want to be fatigued, you don't want to be burned out, and you don't want to be unmotivated, then learn to micromanage your life. Because if you micromanage your life and focus on what's important, like your mental and physical health, the rest will follow. Because you don't want to make a farewell video like past streamers like Etika did, or Waffler69, or guys like Rectful did. Because again, when you get wrapped up in your comments section and listen to hateful words and read hateful comments, eventually it's going to wear you down. And I know it's tough for you, some of you people to literally ignore those people. I know it's tough for some of you, but some of you that have a tough time ignoring those comments, yeah, stop giving in to those sort of things. And I told people, oh, or they say to me, it's easier said than done. But again, the more you acknowledge people that want to tear you down, the more power you give to them. And that's why I tell people I've been streaming ever since Ustream came out back in 2012? And yeah, I may not have a lot of followers and I may not have a following, but I make do with what I got. And the thing of it is, that's what most people have to do. Because most of you big time streamers, and you know who I'm talking about, you should be grateful that you're in the position that you're in. You get to go to cons, you get to travel the world and do IRL streams and share your life with your fans, which that's another video topic or another topic for another video that I'm going to discuss about is keeping your personal life private. And this is another reason why big time streamers meet their downfall. It's because they don't know how to keep their personal life private. And that's why they get doxxed, and that's why their family members get put at risk because their information gets leaked. That's why on my Facebook, YouTube, X, or Twitch, I don't tell anybody what I do with my life, let alone share my hobbies, what I like to do, or what my favorite color is, or where I work, because if I do all that, then it's just more fuel for people to use against me or other streamers. But pretty much that's all I got to talk about for today. But like I said, the next video that I'm going to make will be about privacy and how you can use privacy and keeping yourself low key to your advantage.